True wealth doesn't flaunt, it flows quietly through generations, hidden in manners, mindsets, and discipline. New money spends to be seen. Old money moves to be remembered. One buys status, the other builds legacy. Behind closed doors of centuries-old estates, rules are whispered, not written. Lessons passed down not through words but through behavior. A raised eyebrow replaces a lecture. A moment of restraint becomes tradition. Old money doesn't need validation because its power was never for sale. It's built on principles, habits polished over time, invisible to most, yet unmistakable when seen. Today we'll step beyond the velvet curtains and into the world few are ever invited to see. Because the world's oldest families don't post their wealth, they preserve it. In this video we'll uncover 15 old money secrets that the richest families never talk about, but always live by. Secret 1. The art of restraint. Old money doesn't express power through excess, it shows it through control. They could buy anything, but rarely feel the need to. While others chase validation through purchases, they practice the quiet elegance of enough. A billionaire might drive a decades-old Mercedes not from necessity, but from principle. Because restraint isn't about denial, it's about mastery. Discipline is the language of refinement. When you can afford everything and still choose less, you signal a different kind of wealth, one that can't be measured, only felt. Real status is measured by what you can afford to walk away from. Secret 2. Legacy before lifestyle. Every decision in old money is filtered through generations, not impulses. While new money asks, "What can I buy now?" Old money asks, "What will this mean 100 years from now?" Profits are funneled into trusts, education, land, assets that outlast their owners. They see wealth not as a personal victory but as a family responsibility. Legacy isn't what you leave after you die, it's what you build while you live. Every move is a seed for a tree they'll never sit under. Build something that outlives your name, because the truest wealth is continuity. Secret 3. The power of privacy. In the world of old money, privacy is the highest currency. Their lives exist beyond algorithms and applause. You won't find them flaunting, not because they lack, but because they understand that what's hidden is often safest. They guard their family, finances, and even routines like sacred assets. What's private is powerful. Secrecy breeds security. The fewer people who know your moves, the harder you are to influence. Protect your personal life as fiercely as your portfolio. Secret 4. Education as identity. Old money invests more in minds than materials. They understand that true inheritance isn't money, it's mindset. Generations attend elite universities or are tutored by the best not for prestige, but for perspective. Knowledge compounds faster than capital. They study art, history, diplomacy, languages, subjects that refine taste and expand worldview. True sophistication doesn't scream, it speaks through understanding. The greatest return isn't from markets but from mental growth. Because wealth fades, wisdom doesn't. Secret 5. Silent confidence. They never need to assert dominance, it's implied. Old money knows that loudness often masks uncertainty. The patriarch at the table speaks last, listens longest, and commands attention through silence. Loudness seeks attention. Silence commands it. You can feel power without ever hearing it shout. The confident don't prove, they project. Confidence doesn't need an audience. It's self-sustaining, self-assured, and silent. Secret 6. The language of manners. Etiquette is a form of currency in the old world. From handwritten notes to how they address staff, manners reveal lineage, not labels. A kind tone opens more doors than a luxury watch. Manners reveal breeding more than money ever could. Because wealth without grace is just noise. Politeness is power. The elite understand. People remember how you made them feel long after they forget what you wore. Secret 7. The discipline of simplicity. Their homes, wardrobes, and habits share one principle: understated perfection. Neutral tones, timeless furniture, quiet beauty. No logos, no excess, no chaos. Simplicity isn't minimalism, it's precision. Every item earns its place. True luxury is calm, not cluttered. They know that chaos is expensive. Order, on the other hand, is a luxury you can feel. Simplify your environment to elevate your energy, because simplicity is the highest sophistication. Secret 8. Quiet philanthropy. They give but never for recognition. Their names rarely appear on plaques. Their donations shape universities, hospitals, and museums, silently. True generosity doesn't seek attention, it seeks impact. The applause fades but the effect endures. Old money gives not to be praised but to preserve purpose. Give quietly, it speaks louder than any announcement. Secret 9, the family council. Old money families operate like corporations. There are family meetings, shared goals, and defined responsibilities. Wealth is managed with governance, not guesswork. They treat values like assets, documented, discussed, protected. Because without structure, fortune fractures. Governance preserves both wealth and harmony. Every heir understands their role not as entitlement, but as stewardship. Treat your family like an institution, not a coincidence, and the legacy will endure. Secret 10, the value of reputation. A single reputation can build or destroy generations. For old money, image isn't vanity, it's strategy. They avoid scandal like debt, knowing one careless act can erase decades of grace. Reputation is their invisible armor. It travels before they arrive, and it speaks when they stay silent. Guard your name, it's the most valuable asset you own. Secret 11, the habit of low exposure. They don't chase fame, they avoid it. You'll rarely see their faces, but you'll always feel their influence. They move quietly through foundations, boards, and private firms. The less they're seen, the more they're respected. Visibility invites judgment. Invisibility builds mystique. Influence grows in shadows, not spotlights. Because when no one's watching, you can truly move the world. Secret 12, emotional composure. Emotional control is the hallmark of true power. When chaos erupts, old money doesn't react, they respond. Generations learn that dignity isn't what you wear, it's how you behave under pressure. The matriarch who stays calm during crisis commands more respect than any fortune could buy. Emotional intelligence protects power better than money does. Stay calm. Composure is the most luxurious form of control. Secret 13, the art of conversation. They master small talk with substance. Conversations revolve around culture, history, and ideas, not gossip. Every word is measured, every pause intentional. Speech signals class, words reveal depth. To speak elegantly is to think elegantly. The educated mind doesn't need to dominate, it enlightens. Speak with intention, not impulse, and people will listen long after you stop talking. Secret 14, preservation over expansion. They focus on keeping wealth, not chasing growth at any cost. The goal isn't to double, it's to endure. Their portfolios are diversified, risk-calculated, and deeply conservative. Protection is sophistication. Risk is rebellion. New money gambles to prove. Old money safeguards to preserve. Build slow, but build to last. Secret 15, legacy of humility. The wealthiest families raise children who blend in, not stand out. Heirs are taught to earn their own way, to serve before they lead. Some work in normal jobs despite unimaginable fortune. Because humility preserves wealth by protecting perspective. Pride spends. Humility sustains. Teach humility early, it's the shield against entitlement and the seed of longevity. When your children respect value more than vanity, you've already secured your legacy. Old money isn't just about inheritance, it's about identity. Discipline, composure, privacy, and restraint are their real luxuries. While others display success, they design permanence. Their wealth isn't loud, it's lived quietly in traditions, choices, and calm certainty. Real wealth doesn't live in what you show, it lives in what you sustain. It's not about looking rich, it's about living timelessly. Because old money doesn't chase status, it becomes the standard. If you're ready to master the psychology of quiet power, subscribe to the Lux Ledger. And learn the codes the world's richest families never speak aloud.